Okay, welcome everybody. This is going to be a spicy video. So, recently, about a month ago, my favourite band of all time, Lord Huron, released a new album. And I was waiting for so long, like, do I make a review of it? Oh, it's kind of corny, it's not really something I do. But seeing as my YouTube channel is basically more like a timeline of stuff I'm into, when Sydney won the Premier League, I made a video about that, and loads of stuff like that. So since this is a big thing for me, I have to make a video. I kind of do, It seems like it seems right. It's gonna be a really random video. It's not gonna be edited really. It's just gonna be film up, just as like a bookmark for a future reference when I look back. Oh, that's when that thing came out. And also then I can look back on it in like 5 years time and see how close I was to how I feel now. Anyway, so Lord Huron, the best thing about them, besides having great music, is that all of their albums have this continuation of a story. Each album has their own story. It's not like one you have to listen to all the albums, but each individual album has an individual story, which I just love. And it's not black and white either. Like for example, Strange Trails, which is the last album. Their story goes in and out. Different characters, different narrators on each song. It's not chronological. You kind of have to work it out. And honestly, I haven't really worked it out yet. Like I know most of it. I know bits of it. I know about the world ender and stuff, but like not really. It's a lot of to interpretation and decipher and stuff. They have a lot of side lore. Like they released a comic and loads of other stuff. Like I know with Strange Tales, they literally wrote a movie and they were like, okay, how can we make this into songs? And they like, okay, this character could sing about this, blah blah blah, cut it all up, and it just it's so perfect. So with that being said, with this new one, they have a story, and it's just so fun to listen to it, and each time you're like, oh, that could tie into something. I also saw them live, which was really cool, and they released a new album on 20th of April. Uh, and it kind of surpassed my expectations. It was really good. It was called Vide Noir, which is French for black void, which is really spicy. And I'm just gonna go through each of their songs that was on it. Talk about what I liked, and also how it ties into the story. I guess just to make it a bit more interesting. Uh, the first one on their album was called Lost in Time and Space. Basically, the main character, I'll call him Lord, just to keep it simple. Uh, his loved one is gone. She went to go and follow her dream out in the west. He's really sad about it. And he just decides to quit his job as well and just go and find her because he misses her, he loves her. It's a very slow song. It's a brilliant start to the album. It has loads of great quotes. For example, it has "If I don't find her, gonna tie the noose." Now that ties into it later, so just remember that. The next song was called Never Ever, which is one of my favorites. It wasn't one of my early favorites. When I first listened to it, instantly I was like, I do like this one. Um, it's a continuation straight on. He's starting to have hallucinations. It's a little bit faster as well, which is why I like it. The chorus is really good. He's just fantasizing about finding her again. It's kind of sad. Um, he literally says, "I don't care if you're dead or alive." The hallucinations, he knows they're not real. He doesn't care because he's still with her. He's in her presence. The next two are called Ancient Names, Part 1 and 2. He finds a fortune teller, and she tells him he's going to die. He has less than a day to live. He's not going to see another sunrise. This one's very fast. It's a very different kind of song. It's probably one of their better songs. Not necessarily a favourite for me, but you could just tell it's a good song. It's just really good. I do like it. You get a lot of different settings and atmospheres throughout the song. It starts off in a fortune teller place, and you just go through the cosmos. Really, it's really cool. The next one is one of my. It's probably one of my first favorite ones. It got released before the album came out, and I really loved it. I still love it every time it comes on. It's so good. It's called Wait by the River. It's just completely different. It's slow. It's romantic. Honestly, I don't know what it has to do with the story. Uh, Honestly, a lot of this I don't. To be honest, this is an interpretation. Like even Ben, the main singer, he said that like it's bookmarked, so it has a ending and a beginning, and you kind of have to work it out in between. And there's lots of interpretations. It's up to interpretation. So like I don't know how it fits in. Maybe after another 10 listens, I'll work it out. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but that's what I do like about it. It's not a right or wrong answer. And honestly, I don't know how this song fits in, but "Wait by the River" is one of the best ones on the track. The next one is probably my favorite so far, "Secret of Life." Again, I'm not sure how the story is connected. I feel like he's close to death, and for some reason he has like a bounce back moment. Also connected to the next song. Something to do with the ender from a different album, "The World Enders." It's very catchy, great chorus. A good lyric for it actually was "To die for good, it must be earned. The way of death can never be learned." And just stuff like that. They have really good lyrics that make you just think out loud. It makes you just stop and you're like, whoa. The next song is called "Back from the Edge," and it literally says, "I came back from the edge, the place you go when you die." So, it kind of references stuff in the last song as well about looking into someone's eye. So I feel like that's kind of connected. I don't really want to go too much detail of what I think, because that's too much. I'm guessing, and I'm trying to state what is in the song, not interpreted. So I don't want to tell you what I think, because then it might ruin it when you listen to it. So I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible, but there's connections to the last song. They're kind of very connected, much more than normal in this album. And I feel like there's something there. It's very ambiguous, though. I don't really know about those ones. The one after this is called "The Balance Is I," and it's a lot faster. It's connected to heaven in some way. He literally says, he says, "Heaven never heard a word I said," and then later on he says, "Everyone's a sinner and the balance is I." So that's kind of connected to maybe he was gonna die, he wasn't allowed into heaven, that kind of scenario. It's a lot faster. It's very catchy, but it's also calm. It's not like upbeat and blah 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 blah. It's like calm and fast. I do like it. I do like that one, but I will admit I haven't listened to that one as much as the other ones I've talked about. Next one is one of my last favorite ones. It's called "When the Night Is Over." Obviously, earlier he got told that he was gonna die before the sunrise. Here, he says, "I have only till the night is over. Where did you go?" And all this stuff. Obviously, he's getting lonely. He wants to see it before he dies. He also says, "This is important. By God above, I know we were in love." I do like that quote. It's really cool. It fits really well with the song. It's sad. It's chilled. It's slow. It's really good. The next song is called "Moonbeam." Now, this one, I will admit, is the least listened one for me. Not because it's bad. I just... I like to focus on all the songs a little bit at a time. So I do listen through it all. But then when I'm just walking along, I'll choose which ones to listen to. And I just haven't got around to picking that one over and over. So I haven't really analysed the lyrics yet. But from what I've read on Reddit, is that Moonbeam is this doctor who gives him this drug called Vide Noir, right? And the girlfriend the lover is also on that drug. And it means he could be with her. That's kind of what the song's about. I haven't really worked that one out. It's a little bit fast paced. It's a bit different to all the other songs. It's a bit more of a chorusy one. So I'm not too fond of that one yet, but I feel like eventually it's going to be one of my favourites, because I haven't ever heard a bad Lord Huron song yet. After that is Vide Noir, the title track. It's a very good intro. Basically, he learns that she doesn't really love him. The whole time he's talking about how much they were in love. Earlier he said, "By God above, I knew we were in love." And now, boom, she doesn't love him. She'd rather stay away from him, not return, and stay high on this drug called Vide Noir. And it's really kind of sad, I guess, The whole time he's been searching for her, he's found her, and she's like, "Nope, sorry." The Emerald Star is next. This one's the last one. It's very slow. Basically, the Emerald Star is referenced in every single song. And after finding her, the thing he's been looking for the whole time, he kind of realizes, no, I wasn't looking for her. I was trying to look for myself, looking for the Emerald Star. He decides to go after the Emerald Star. He's still kind of reeling from losing his loved one, though. You know, he literally says, "You never loved me," and obviously earlier he was like, "I know we were in love," and now he's like, "You never loved me." Um, and honestly, I think after this, he kills himself, right? Because the whole thing is about him dying soon. He says that before the beginning, before he even leaves, that if he doesn't find her / get her back, he's gonna tie the noose. All this other stuff. He says he doesn't care if he lives or die, blah blah. And I think when he gets told that he has less than a day to live, that's not because he's got like an illness or whatever. It's because she's seen the future and she knows his lover's not gonna love him back, and then he's gonna do that. Kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy kind of thing. Anyway, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Listen to it yourself and see what you think. Anyway, I've been Giles. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.